Hey, thanks for checking out the Crispy Marshwiggle. Every Friday, we release a new mini essay with thoughts on everyday life and wonder in the world God has made. If you would like to see these words in front of you and read them for yourself, you can visit my Substack and subscribe for free. And now, please silence your cell phones. Today's essay is about to begin. King Harry Courage, wish not one more man. The Battle of Agincourt, pronounced Agincourt, wonderfully chronicled in Shakespeare's King Henry V, is the stuff that legends are made of. An exhausted and beleaguered crew of Englishmen is up against a larger and healthier French force on their own turf. They would never choose battle in this position, and yet their company is on the brink of a clash that is sure to be devastating. Once so confident in their cause and assured of victory in their quest, they now face certain defeat. In such conditions, one would expect a king to be discouraged and regretful, thinking on how events might have been different and how they are assailed by the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. Hamlet. He may be begging for mercy from his enemies. Those of a more cowardly disposition would even be bargaining for their lives and selling out their own men. King Henry would have none of this. Henry was once a wayward prince, wandering in the filth of bad company and corrupt living, but he has blossomed into a fine man and an exceptional king. He rules justly and pursues his course with prudence and purpose. He is no fool, but he is no coward either. He would not have picked this position to fight if it were up to him, but it has been thrust upon him. He turns to face it the only way a true king can, leading his people with boldness and conviction. He knows there is no shame in a valiant defeat. He confesses that if it is a sin to covet honor, I am the most offending soul alive. He is aware that a good name is to be preferred to riches. Proverbs 22:1. He will fight this battle to the death. Death is not worse than fighting with no courage and no honor. The king comes upon one of the English lords, his cousin Westmoreland, expressing the wish that they had more men. He rebukes Westmoreland gently. Wish not a man from England. Oh, do not wish one more. Not one more man? Could they not use a larger army? Is it so wrong to lament the state of affairs and wish for what we see is so much better? This entire speech in Act 4, Scene 3 is worth reading. Or, if you watch the Hollow Crown film adaptation with Tom Hiddleston, his reading is fantastic. Side note, I think Tom missed his calling as a Shakespearean king rather than a mythological Norse trickster. King Henry understood something. You fight the battle that is in front of you. Those who long for another fight or different circumstances miss the opportunity for glory directly in their path. When the war comes to your doorstep, it is not the time to complain about the size of your army. It may be small. Things might have been different. Today is the God-appointed day, and this is the God-appointed fight. We need more of this attitude in our personal lives, in our families, and in our churches. It is easy to see genuine issues and decline in our culture and cry for more men and long for other times. But no other times are coming. The 1950s or 1776 are not an option for us, and any change must happen through fighting faithfully. God, in his wisdom and mercy, has placed us here. Will we fight with the same courage as those Englishmen on St. Crispin's Day? The Brits won the Battle of Agincourt that day. Hopelessly outnumbered, and without even needing blue war paint on their faces, they fought. They fought as if it was their last fight. And how pleasest God dispose the day. These were the king's last words before the battle. To do one's duty and commit the rest to God. That is a resolved courage. That is kingly. How will you fight the war that God has given you? You are not at Agincourt. You are here. This is the battle. Today is the day. Your family needs you. Your church needs you. Your city needs you. Wish not one more man from England or from anywhere else. Entrust the moment you are in to God and do your duty. Raise your children in the fear and admonition of the Lord. Work hard. Proclaim Christ's truth in Christ's world. He went into the breach to save your soul and wash you in his blood. He is the captain of the host. Let us rally to our King. Once more into the breach, dear friends, once more. For unlike the battle at Agincourt, this is a battle we have no chance of losing. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed what you heard, or if you thought it was one of the craziest things ever, please share it with a friend. You can also follow me on Instagram and X, the artist formerly known as Twitter. Don't forget to subscribe. It helps me out a ton. Take some time to wonder at God's world, and we will see you next Friday for another edition of the Crispy Marshwiggle.